What is going on, guys? It's Triple G here, back with another Borderlands 3 video. Today we're going to go through Death Punch Amara, the version 3 of 5-Finger Death Punch Amara, but we've just shortened the name because I'm quite frankly sick of saying that name so long on stream. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. And otherwise, let's get straight into this video. So Death Punch Amara is an exceptionally strong melee Amara build. Now, we can take on some of the hardest content in the game without having fear of being killed or a lack of damage. We can clear the Guardian takedown really easily, and including all the named bosses that you could think of in the game currently. The premise of the build is built around using the face puncher and rotating the radiation stones, cryo stones, all those stone artifacts with the white elephant as well combined to do a ridiculous amount of damage. So let's get straight into this build. At this stage of the game, there are a lot of builds out there now for these characters, and a lot of the points are just going to be put into sensible places. One of the things I will say about this particular build is that we have stacked all the melee buffs that we could possibly get into this build. The only thing I will say is that you will need to rotate the augments for, depending on what type of enemy that you are fighting. So for example, you find an armored bar, make sure you put the corrosive on, and same for a red bar like Tyrene, make sure you put the Soulfire or the Incendiary on, just to give you that extra bit of damage when needed, particularly when we're using these stones. So those are the trees. Hopefully you got screenshots of those. In terms of the equipment, there are two choices. I've included two choices in the file. I have a face puncher with consecutive hits and a face puncher with 300 over 90. Now everybody knows what the 300 over 90 can do. However, I would highly recommend that your day-to-day use, you actually use the consecutive hits face puncher. In my honest opinion, it hits a lot harder than any of the other variants that I found. I also have here a next to mags if you wanted to use that as well. We're going to be using our action skill quite a lot, so you should always probably have next to mags. In terms of shields, I've put a standard 65 transformer in here. I'm also going to add a level 65 stinger to the file, and including there are a couple of faulty stars in here which I was playing around with, and the Nova damage seems pretty good. I'm also going to be including this Muse, although it's not a good roll, so if you wanted to try the Muse on this build, you can. The projectiles that come from the Muse are pretty good. I was just getting more consistent results out of this phase Zerka that I had with melee damage on it. So it's personal choice, as I said before as well. So here is a radiation stone white elephant, and I have other variants. I haven't come across any at level 65 yet, but when I do, be sure to be in my Discord because I will re-upload the saves files when I do. And I've got a Hex on as a Hunter Seeker on for the grenade with an ASC corrosive as well. So as you can see, guys, the build will wreck pretty much any content in the game, even single target enemies, providing that you match the elements up in your tree, as well as the relevant stone here. It does a ton of damage, guys, and it's super fun. If I was going into some new content into the game that may be released in the future, and I wanted a character that had a ton of survivability but didn't compromise on damage, this would be the build that I would choose. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to the channel or join us over on Twitch. We stream 5 times a week. And otherwise, I'll catch you on the flip.